Okay. Well, hi. I wanted to spread some more great energy. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, actually. And I hope you guys have lots of abundance, joy, health, wealth. That is coming. Believe it, receive it. Okay. So, this is Lovely Connections. I wanted to talk about some more connections in the world. And I just want to thank you, beautiful souls, for everything and for everything that you do in this world. And you're going with me on this journey of my learning, actually, our learning. We are all on this journey. These things are happening. It's here. Okay, so I put together a little something today just to share with you guys, because the more things I learn, I gotta get it out, right? I gotta talk about it, get it out. So a lady asked me if I could talk about self-esteem. I thought that was super appropriate. So I did write some stuff down about it so that I don't miss some things. And so, you'll see me looking at what I wrote down. But I hope you guys can find the gold in what I want to talk about today. So, not only bringing the best energy to you, but as I'm going through this journey, because I listened to a lot of different people, so there was talk about how your mission is your journey, or you have a mission is your why, and your purpose can change. Your mission is going to remain the same, but your purpose changes. So your purpose could look like any kind of way to get to your mission, any kind of creative or self-expression to get, while you're doing your mission. My mission, helping to raise the vibration of the earth, and that could come in many different ways or many different vehicles. This is one of them. Some people look to art, some people look to writing books. So many other vehicles that you could use. I also do origami. There's so many different ones. Music, writing. So I did want to explore self-esteem, though. So throughout my studies, so I thought that this is a great idea, because how we feel about ourselves, it allows us to move forward with our mission or our purpose. How we feel about ourselves is so important. It is everything. We learn how to feel about ourselves when we're first born. When we're kids, we love ourselves. We're in the creative mode, and that's where a lot of people find their purpose. If we can think back to what we did as children, that's our authentic place, and I'll probably go into that a little bit more here in a moment. So my studies also brought me to this. So the right thinking will bring heaven to earth. So with just that passage, I look at it like, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. We have that much power. We have that much power in ourselves that we can, depending on how we feel about ourselves, we can think we can or we can think we can't. So now, this is the goal. I want to say, the better the questions, or our questions will get an equal answer. So if we ask, what are we doing here on Earth? That's a good question. Who asked that question? What are we doing here on Earth? That's a really good question. So, I asked that question. I don't know if you asked it, but I sure did. So this is what I came up with. 3 answers, right? Or ish, right? Of course, we're to enjoy the journey, and create. To go a little bit more into that, though, the goal is to have fearless faith. That right there is knowing what you want already exists. Fearless faith. That means the law of attraction. That's saying, hey, I want this, and I see myself there already. So now all I have to do is align my body to get to it. I'm there already. It's like digging your ditches for the water because you know it's coming. Some people know what I'm talking about. Non-resistance is the second one. Nothing can resist an absolutely non-resistant person. That's really big because I was in this resistance a couple weeks ago where the things I was resisting happened anyway. It was like, oh. I definitely learned that one the hard way. So non-resistance. It talks about water being the most powerful element because water it goes with the flow, and it's so powerful, and it will continue to just run without resistance. It's so powerful it can form rocks, and it could pull things and push things, smooth it over. That's pretty amazing to think about that. So non-resistance. I was thinking about that. Non-resistance is a big one. The things that we're around and we cringe at, or we might not particularly want to be around it. What if we just accepted it, not resisted it, just if we run from it, it could follow us. So just kind of switching it around or replacing it with something good. Right? And always finding the silver lining in a situation. Understanding that there's some good coming out of every situation. It's your perception. How am I looking at it right now? So that's a really big one. overcome any evil that we think with good. Let's just keep our actions with love. And that brings me to the next one. But before I go there, I wanted to just bring it back to our remembrance that what goes around comes around. Life is a big boomerang. So that's so important to remember. That's karma. That pretty much keeps us keeps us kind of in check. Like, okay, if you choose to do this, and if you make the choice to act out of fear instead of love, just remember it's gonna come back to you. I'm like, oh well, you know, that makes it a lot easier. I didn't have a problem with being loving anyway. For the record. So yeah, perception is everything. That's really big, and that's what I have written down here too. Just to kind of stay on track here. So just making sure that we look at the situation through an understanding lens, or a loving lens. Love would be the last one. So know the truth that makes you free to fulfill your destiny. The truth. So you will have divine health, wealth, love, and perfect expression. Perfect self-expression. The things that you choose to do, to create, and enjoy life. Oh man, that feels so good. Our authentic selves. If anyone is thinking about, well, how do I know what my purpose is? What do I, what can I create or whatever? Oh my gosh, you can look back on when you were a kid. What did you like to do as a kid? Did you like to sew? Did you like to, whatever you like to do? Some people like to juggle lights. Some people like to collect things. There are so many different things that you can think of in the world that are so creative. It's amazing. So yeah, our authentic selves, our childhood, that helps us build a heartfelt, creative something. I know I'm doing it. I love to draw and I love to paint. And I'm getting back into that. And like I said, I do like origami, and I have a video on origami, which is awesome as well. And you guys can check that out at any time. So, what I've noticed is that as I talk to people about the good news, so our past beliefs are kind of hindering, dude. Whoa, I remember, right, in the Bible, it talks about with Jesus, right, and how he would go around telling everybody some great things that felt good, things that felt freeing, it felt light. Like, you're taking my burdens? It's poison? What? Thank you. I don't have to worry about this because you got me. God's got me. Thank you. And I have people on this earth to help me through this. That feels so good. When I thought I didn't have belonging or significance, I couldn't find my way, I thought I was alone, I'm really not. Angels, ancestors, God, like, feels good to know the truth, right? To know that you can have whatever you want, like, that feels good. And to know that I can concentrate on positivity and only good will come to me. That feels good. I can say these things because it's power in your tongue. Specific affirmations are important. Like, if you feel like you're not enough, you are the greatest gift to yourself and others. I am a gift to myself and others. That would be a really great treatment and motto, mantra. I would like to say that. So many words that could mean the same thing, or most of the time we need to look past words, right? And find out what someone's actually trying to say, or what they actually mean, what's actually the truth, not what we perceived it was. So I choose not to believe in the illusion. So it's so important to believe in the truth. And our younger selves have a death grip on this false beliefs, on these lies. Somebody will come to you and say, tell me whatever you want and I'm gonna get it for you. You can have it. No, tell me whatever you want and you can have it. If you want a large house, tell me what your house is gonna look like. Tell me what your ideal everything is. Life. And you can have it. We are going to question that so much. Why are we questioning that? Can we just say yes? And then it's so funny because when someone wants to give us something, a gift, like, here, this is for you, we start believing, oh my gosh, we start telling ourselves these lies, right? Well, nothing is free, so what do you want for it? And then and then the person who's giving it to us wants us to have it so much that they're like, okay, well, if the only way you'll take this is and the only way you'll feel good about it is if you do something for it, then okay. We shouldn't have to sabotage ourselves. We should say, okay, receiving and giving and receiving. There's the flow, the ebb and flow in life, the non-resistance. Someone offers, thank you. Say thank you. We got to learn to receive. That's one of my things too. Still learning to receive without but it's a wonderful thing to give and to receive. It's a gift. I love unconditional love because we do it to not get anything back. We do it because we want to. Feels good. We give it to not get it back. So there's no expectation there when we give it. I told you I love you, not to hear it back. So if you don't say it back, that is perfectly fine because I still love you. And that's the unconditional part about it. I'm telling you I love you and I'm doing these things for you. We do these things for each other out of unconditional love because there's no expectations. There's nothing added on to it. That's what's so important. We sometimes, I think, miss the whole unconditional part about it, but we're getting back there. I feel it, you guys. We're getting back there. We're doing it. We're doing it. So yes, the good news, the gospel. So we're transforming into great beings, right? We are already great beings, so we should be transformed of the renewing of our minds. Just changing how we look at things. That's important. It's also said that we're one. And a lot of people don't understand that concept that we're one. Okay, so I'm going to take a stab at it. I don't know if I should say take a stab at it. I'm going to try to explain this, the we are one deal, right? So try not to knock that down. So this is what I came up with. So besides all of the other connections in the world, right? Here's another connection. We need to think about us and talk about ourselves as God would talk about us and speak about us. He is in love with us. He created us. There's only one power in this world, and it's God. It's love. That's it. Whatever, everything else is an illusion. It's only one power. We have that choice to acknowledge that one power in this world, and it's Him. So I've learned that my subconscious mind, just to be perfectly honest, I've learned that my subconscious mind is my soul, and we're here to basically save our own souls. That's part of uplifting the vibration of the world, because the way we think, we are vibrational beings, and the vibration that we put out in the world affects everything. As I've stated before, this is one big fish tank, or one, we can all feel it, each other. Once we start thinking on such a positive frequency, knowing who we are again, it's wonderful. It feels good. We're in a better place. So my subconscious mind, in order for us to save our souls, is our subconscious mind has to merge with the superconscious mind, right? That just goes with the chakras. My presentation for Journey to Center of You, I go over the chakras, crown chakra, and how important that is. So I drew out a kind of a diagram that I saw online that can kind of help me explain how this works for us visual people. I am an audio person, but I'm also a visual person, and I really like to not to put myself in a box. So I can also be what is it? A verbal and a written person. So anyway, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see. You guys see that? Okay, so at the top, we have the superconscious mind. Then on the first line here, we have your subconscious mind, my subconscious mind, and then anyone's subconscious mind. And then we have your conscious mind, my conscious mind, and anyone's conscious mind. We are all connected through the superconscious mind, which is God. This is our creator. Once our subconscious merges, and when we tap into our creator, we are one. That's how we're able, that's how when someone has a thought and that's how if someone has a thought and then they about a music or something like that, and they were like, wow, this song, they think about the song, and someone else probably publishes it, puts it on the radio or something, and someone else is like, oh my gosh, that's the same song I thought of. It happens like that with ideas and all kinds of other things, because we are all sharing that. It was given to us by the divine, and we're all sharing that. That's how we all can feel what's happening and the shifts that are happening. It makes sense, right? So yeah. Our subconscious mind, once it's merged with the subconscious mind, we are able to know ourselves, know who we are, how wonderful we are, and that's how we save our souls. We always go in first because we're mirroring. Whatever we put out, we get back. We go in. I don't know if I told you guys that dream I had, but I had this dream, and sometimes my dreams, some of the things in my dreams, I don't know what they mean until maybe days after. So I had this dream, and I was outside of a building, and some people were having a party, and people were running past me. And I was just standing there, apparently, and they were like, hey, we going, right? And I knew that meant something. I'm like, what does that mean? We going. Where are you guys going? And so I woke up and I wrote it down. I'm like, we're going. So at first I thought it meant we're going somewhere. And so one of my mentors also talked about that there are these two trains that people who are choosing to think out of love and know who they are and open up and know who they are and awaken and choose love to live their heaven on earth, versus live another train that's choosing to live in fear, and that's basically hell. No one wants to live in fear. No one wants to be afraid of everything, and we're all transitioning throughout this entire life, from the time we were conceived, honestly. We are doing this transition thing, and the faster we understand that, the better. It's a different way of knowing. It's different than what we thought it was, but it's amazing. It's amazing, and we need to be on that path. If you search, you will find. I'm trying to throw little seeds out for everyone, because it's so important. It's so important. So I just wanted to let you guys know and come out and talk about what I've learned and how important self-esteem is. I am practicing, and I know I'm in the practice of my beliefs, because I believe, and that is part of the key. If you believe, you will practice it. You'll know it to be true. If I just say it and don't practice, that's not an act of showing that you believe, you know what I mean? So if I was God, I'd be like, you don't believe in me, you're not even acting like, you know. That's part of faith, fearless. That's part of fearless, you know, fearlessness, to know what you want without hesitation. Our subconscious will note everything, every hesitation, and put a vibration out. So it's important to know who you are and know what you want. If you don't know what you want, take my class, the master class. We'll go over vision with you. But know what you want. Go for it. With no hesitation. So yes, I know that I am my greatest gift. And my life's journey is my masterpiece. And your environment is really important as well. So keep that in mind as we go through this journey, finding like-minded people. But as I stated, when you search for it, when you're ready, it'll come to you. It's going to come to you. Your vibration will put it out there and it'll come to you. You'll be amazed. Continue to be the change you wish to see. That's what we're here to do. I love you so much. And thank you guys for listening to me. I hope you liked my earrings. More importantly, I hope you guys can find some gold in what I said, and I hope it helps. Know yourself. Have esteem in who you are. Love who you are. Go in. I realized go in meant go in. It meant go in. It could be going, but it meant go in, Danielle. We're going in. We go in. Go in. Go in first. A lot of people have said that. Man in the mirror. All through the years, this is ancient knowledge. This is ancient knowledge, you guys. It goes back. Back centuries ago. Ancient knowledge. You guys are beautiful and wonderful. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me again. Just trying to think, is there anything else that I want to say on this video? I don't think so. I think this is pretty good for self-esteem. Again, just as important to make sure we know ourselves so that we know others. If you want to know where to start, you can contact me. I do, of course, recommend a couple of different ways, but one of them is the Wellness Recovery Action Plan. I still recommend that. But anyways, I love you guys again, and like I said, if you have any questions for me, please reach out, and I love you. Talk to you later.